What is
This is
this?
a xenon lamp apparatus. To protect scalp and facial hair, place the metal helmet securely on the head.
Cool helmet. Like we're about to fence. What about his chest hair? What about his nether regions, computer?
You may now remove helmet. You will notice a fine white ash on your body.
Yeah.
This is the outer epithelial layers of your skin that have been burned away.
Burned away? She's not happy.
We're required to rest for 6 hours on level 4 after exposure to the xenon lamp. At the end of the corridor is a cafeteria. We'll meet there at 0400 hours.
Cool.
Tomorrow.
One of our RFs shows 6 points over nominal at pressure 3.
That's a broken one.
Scoop 7 capsule secure.
Hey Stone, do you want the key? All's hesitating. I don't think he's 899 for some reason. Oh, we got one of these cool shots again. There's gonna be a lot more dead bodies, dude, if we don't do our jobs, right? What are you dreaming about, dude? Take us to your leader.
Time to wake up, sir.
Hello? Who are you?
Time to wake up, sir.
She's just a computer voice, dude. She doesn't exist.
Do you wish something, sir?
Your name,
Will that be all, sir?
for the moment.
He's trying to flirt with her. We got more important things. Aliens.
We wish you would adopt a more serious attitude, Dr. Hall.
Sorry, her voice is quite luscious.
Well, the voice belongs to Miss Gladys Stevens, who is 63 years old and makes her living taping messages for voice reminder systems.
Thought I'd like a cigarette right now. It's after meals you really miss them.
She's gonna get tetchy.
I planned our work in 3 stages. First step is to confirm that an organism is present.
Right.
2, how is it structured? How does it work?
Right?
And 3, how to contain and exterminate.
Right.
Jeremy, on this matter of extermination, we should go slowly. Without ever realizing it, we might destroy a highly intelligent form of life.
Maybe.
You may now proceed to level 5, gentlemen.
Great. Thank you. Thank you.
Off the main corridor on the outer rim are the living quarters, conference room, cafeteria.
Where's the library?
No need for books. Everything's in the
It's
computer.
all on the computer. Oh, this is like what I was talking about. At the beginning of the reaction. Imagine YouTube, but in the 70s, right? Imagine the internet, but in the 70s. Actually, the foundations of the internet did exist in the 70s, right? But having no need for books, because it's all on the computer, that's cool. That's cool. Anyway, I'm so much on board with this movie, this entire movie. It's like I'm in it. It's like I'm integrated into it. And I know it's probably frustrating to watch, because I'm pausing it and talking about it so much. I'm just digging it. Where are we going? What are we going to find? Is there an alien? Is there something intelligent there? Is it just a bacteria? Is it highly contagious? Is it going to get out? Is it already out? Do we have to blow up the facility? Do we have to blow up the planet in case it continues on to other systems?
Dr. Dutton and Dr. Hall are wanted in main control immediately.
Okay.
Hey! If the patients are sealed off, how do I get to them?
Ever used a glove box?
Oh, glove box.
Whole rooms that operate like glove boxes.
Okay, so we don't directly touch them. Oh, we use these things.
We're behind the watchdog. We have a magnetic K indices here. Give us a code 3 when you get it.
I'll give you a code 3 right now, dude. No idea what you're talking about.
I wanted you here while we find out if there's anything still biologically active in the capsule.
Right.
Suggestions?
Use a buffalo.
Audio?
Did he say use a buffalo? It's gonna take a while to get one. Oh, we've got animals here on standby. Are we just gonna see if this dies? That was quick. It's still active, whatever it is.
Whatever killed them at Piedmont is still there and still as potent as ever.
Yeah.
If potent's the word. Let's try a rhesus.
Don't kill the monkey. How did the baby survive? Come on, monkey, you can do it. Wander free, little buddy. Oh, he can't. We're still okay. Oh, we're not okay. Oh, I don't like this. The way they filmed this is really disturbing. That was really disturbing.
You and I'll scan the capsule, Ruth. Charlie, you work on these in autopsy. Yes, sir.
Do you think they gassed that monkey in real life?
Points 9 through 12 at +1.
Yep, it's really important to show us this part of the movie. Remember in Fantastic Voyage, like we had like 10 minutes of miniaturization? And the guy with the hand, he was my favorite. Oh, they're going to level 6. No one comes back from there.
Run an initial vector study, Charlie. Find out how the disease enters the body.
Incredible.
That's the word for it.
This sort of thing is new to me.
It's new to all of us. Until now, wildfire's been like a game. We've even had simulation bio-war games here. Live subjects, volunteers.
Wow, that's how they got all the stats.
Use the bar. The tunnel seals off automatically behind you.
Right. Oh, in she goes. Does he have to do that too? We're not getting out. What if he needs to get out really quickly to turn the key to stop the facility from exploding? And he's stuck in here. And it probably takes how long to get out of here? You know? This is why we need somebody else with a key. What are we looking at? The satellite?
Second scan completed. Score nothing to nothing.
Go to 100 power.
Do you think we'll see something?
No, Ruth. Use only one microscanner. There's less chance of missing something when we both concentrate on one screen.
Brother, they sure got what they were looking for.
We're not here to make accusations. We have a job to do purely as scientists.
Maybe not so pure.
No back talk.
Continue the scan, Ruth. On the outside.
Nobody's looking at any screens right now. They're looking at each other. We could have skipped right over something.
No, don't do that.
We'll use the hands.
Nothing can happen, sir. I'm faster than the hands.
I want you out of the hot room.
BZ Doris to IZ Alice. And we still need those blankets.
No sweat, sir. Those cages are airtight.
I wish you would sweat a little more, Toby.
Use the hand.
I don't know this guy at all. This Toby guy? Weird. He could have just stuck it in. I'm kind of with him. We're going to see if it kills the other one.
Transmitted by air, as we thought. Now we've got to determine its size. We'll use a 100 angstrom filter to begin.
About the size of a small virus.
What's this? Further test? How are you doing?
All systems go, sir.
Oh, is this like how small it is?
Whatever it is, it's larger than a virus.
Right.
We'll try a 1 micron filter.
Hang in there, baby.
This is a good way to test it. The bigger it is, the easier it will be to handle.
Here goes with 2 microns.
Oh, that's it. That's it. We know how big it is. Between 1 and 2 microns.
Nasty. At least we'll be able to get a good look at it.
We've just found out its size, about 2 microns in diameter.
Interesting.
There's a good chance it's alive.
What have you found?
So far, nothing. Our Nobel laureate here won't scan on the inside because he says
All
if he
right.
does...
Hey.
Thanks, Charlie. Keep at it.
Enough of that.
We'll start with 5 power on the inside.
Okay.
Stick to established procedure.
Establishment gonna fall down and go boom.
She's so... I don't see anything. I am expecting to see something.
More light, huh?
This room freaks me out though, because this man is still alive, and that baby hasn't stopped crying since. It just hasn't.
Here's his blood blood value now?
Half normal. Severely anemic. Wake up soon.
Wake up, dude. Nuclear magna scanner. Hey, little monkey. We're gonna kill this poor little monkey. Completely took over his body.
That tells us what we want to know, Hall. The clotting begins in the lungs and spreads outward.
I didn't think the total volume of blood could solidify that fast.
We don't know what it is. Stone and Levitt haven't been able to isolate the hellish thing.
Yeah. Is it in the baby?
Of course.
She's tired. Maybe she'll quit her belly aching.
Hold it.
I don't see anything.
At the edge of that shadow. I think
Me too.
Where?
it's an indentation.
This dark mark?
About the size of a pencil point.
Go to 40.
Here we go. Go in further.
Go to 60.
I'm kind of creeped out, thinking something's gonna move here.
Maybe it's just a grain of sand.
Maybe.
Go to 80.
Oh, green. Like a little meteor rock.
What about the bits of green?
Paint.
For God's sake.
Pistachio ice cream. There's no basis to assume it's anything yet.
Oh, it's oozing. Ectoplasm. Slimer.
More pistachio?
Let's take a look at the rock at 100.
I'll bring it up to 200.
They do look like spatters of paint.
Let's go back to the rock and see it at 440.
Highest magnification. Looks like there's something inside the green.
Luminous paint?
If I keep watching it, I might think so. Wet paint, sign and all.
Oh, it moved.
Jeremy?
It moved.
What?
Are we recording this?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You okay?
It's just my eyes are getting tired. We've been at it for 5 hours straight.
We'll take a caffeine break in a minute. First off,
Look. Okay. She's... I've been waiting for her character to prove her worth because she'd been so... Everything is wrong. Everything needs to be done a different way. Her character is just complaining the whole movie about every little thing. So I'm like, that's okay. It's cool to have a quirky character. She's kind of funny. As long as she's got the expertise and she brings it, then I can forgive all the funny little things. And right at this moment, she's the one who sees the thing moving. And then she's like, I'm just a bit tired. I'm not going to tell you what I thought I saw. I'm going to be completely silent about it. I'm going to assume it's just in my brain. Just in my head. We're looking at a thing that we've never seen before. A contagious thing that can kill us. You gotta report what you see. Whether it was real or not. You could say, I thought I saw some movement. That's it. That's all you gotta say. You don't have to be embarrassed. You don't have to feel embarrassed if you're wrong. You just report what you see. They can't fire you. It'll take too long to get up to level 1 to fill out the paperwork. Someone else is going to see this thing moving. It's fine.
I'd like to see one of the separate patches of green at 1,000.
Oh, 1,000. This thing's going to morph. Keep watching it, dude. Never stop watching it. There it is. You see it.
Did you see that?
You didn't change the lighting.
I didn't touch it. It's alive.
Yes.
Stone to level control. I need a McT.
Roger. Will send.
Jump it up to 1,500.
It's getting bigger, I think.
Microscan doesn't go any higher.
We can get 1,500 light magnification in microchemistry. I'll send the rock through.
Don't send the rock through. Be careful where you send it to.
Attention, CLTs.
Oh, there's that voice again.
For any change in memory configuration, CLTs must check their Unicom off.
Okay. Thanks for that update, dude. That was really important. It's tiny. But we got it. Oh, imagine if we brought it to the Fantastic Voyage Enlarger. It would destroy the whole planet.
Well, the next step is to find out what makes it grow.
Good God.
What do we see? Okay. Hexagons.
It's growing.
It is growing, I've been saying that. How's it getting its energy? Some sort of photosynthesis?
Naturally, as acidosis, his blood pH is 9 points off normal. But why?
Ask the patient.
He's... Dude, I thought he was dead.
Mr. Jackson.
How are you feeling, Mr. Jackson?
Now, don't be scared. I'm a doctor.
Where am I?
A lab.
A special laboratory in Nevada. You're sick.
It's this damn stomach of mine.
No?
Bleeding? Bleeding in your stomach? You have an ulcer?
Damn tootin'.
But you must have pain. What do you do for it?
Aspirin
Aspirin.
and squeeze.
Red Eye and Pink Lady. Composed of ethanol and methanol. Alcohol. The baby's not taken out though.
What's the baby's name, Mr. Jackson?
You the nurse?
Yeah, that's right.
Shoot. Can't see your legs.
Maybe one day, dude.
Do you know the baby's name?
Is that important?
Give us a butt first,
Smoking isn't allowed here.
then go fish.
The baby's name is not important. Oh, this guy. Oh, what's happening to him? His whole mask is deteriorating. We've got another outbreak. We gotta contain this area.
They should have dropped the bomb.
I don't think that Piedmont had anything to do with this crash, Manchek. It was a fluke.
A fluke?
That plane was only over the WF area for 2 minutes at 23,000 feet. It's a routine training mission accident, I bet you. Pilot error.
Dude!
Let's go.
We've got a code red. Look at your lights. We've got 3 red lights and a green light. But focus on the red. You gotta crash, right? These crashes happen all the time. It's just a freak accident. Literally flew over the danger area. You've gotta, if you're in a position of authority like this, you gotta think worst case scenario. You gotta think containment. You can't think, it was nothing. It's probably nothing. You know? What do you mean the city next to the crash site is all dying? You know, they should probably just wash their hands more. You know? I heard they didn't wash their hands. Probably nothing. What do you mean the whole country's starting to die? I don't know. Just ignore it. This freaking guy. This is the first time we've been outside for a while. Outside the lab. Get the president on the line. Get him to authorize a 712 on the entire, you know, that half of the country. West. Do it. And get the Russians on the line. We're just destroying half our country. Don't worry about it.
Check with Wildfire Message Center Delta 5. Make sure everything there is nominal.
I mean, it's nominal. We're working on the problem.
Just a minute, Dr. Robertson. You're saying Stone's $90 million facility, which you recommended, was knocked out by a sliver of paper?
What?
The trouble was purely mechanical. Wedged between the bell and striker,
Oh, I see.
preventing the bell from ringing.
It's possible what Scoop found was no accident. I suspect they were looking for the ultimate biological weapon.
What?
Sounds like you're getting a little paranoid.
Yeah, that was a leap, wasn't it?
We've isolated the organism. It's in microchemistry.
Don't fly over the area, dude. You'll have a coincidental crash. Big head pass. I want to see this big head.
All right, Lieutenant.
Albuquerque Center. My air hose is coming apart like it's dissolving.
Yeah, that guy.
Everything made of rubber.
He can't breathe.
I feel funny.
It's a fluke. A vibration effect, maybe.
This guy. A fluke.
Has Wildfire been informed?
We went out to them on the scrambler an hour ago.
Well, this they can't ignore.
But they got no bell. They've got no bell. That guy had one job. Listen for the bell. And a piece of paper. Completely destroy the machine.
Alter responsivity characteristics until you get condition green.
Alright. At least it's not red.
Ready.
Mass spectrometer. Okay.
Nothing so unusual about our rock after all. The green's even simpler. Hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen.
The 4 basic elements of life on
Yeah,
Earth.
nothing weird there.
That's a relief.
I'd have been happier if it turned out not to be alive.
AA analysis results are ready, Dr. Dunn.
Something's wrong. It's not registering.
We'll switch to computerized analysis.
All zeros.
No amino acids.
No proteins, no enzymes, no nucleic acid.
That's unlike anything we have.
No organism can maintain life without them.
You mean no Earth organism?
It doesn't come from here.
Without chemical reactions, there can't be life. Yet it grows, reproduces.
All we have to do is attack this problem like any other in science.
You could spend years working on a thing like that without solving its structure.
But when you do, there'll be some red faces
I'm
around.
gonna get the Nobel Prize.
It could change everything.
It's gonna grow and grow though. How big is it gonna get?
We're halfway home if we find out what will keep that from growing.
There's got to be something that the old man and the baby have in common.
Yeah.
Oh, 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
You told me before.
We wouldn't want you to get too far from the substation.
Oh right,
now.
yeah. Backup key, everybody, maybe?
I repeat that for you. Keep a sharp eye open for pieces of
Nobody
rubber.
has any proper gear here.
Take a look at that, sir.
Bones!
Just found this, General. Arm, I think.
Well, looks picked clean, almost like it was polished.
Coyotes.
I don't get it. What the hell is that?
What's left of his oxygen mask?
Ooh.
It's made of polychrome. I'd say it was done by a chemical reaction of some sort, or maybe a microorganism.
He's right. He's right. She playing a game? Oh, she's playing Minesweeper. Look, you can see where the mines are. We should get some sleep. It's getting pretty late.
How's Maxwell coming, Ruth? Will you be finished by the midnight conference?
Easy.
You can give us the results then.
Midnight conference. So you're gonna see something. Oh, nothing. All zeros. What's in this one? Yeah, red flashing lights. She hates them. Did she not see it? Hello? I think it's fair to say she's been the weak link. I think that's very fair to say.
You always have to wear that iron suit.
Yep.
He's a latch.
Tell us what happened, Mr. Jackson.
I don't want to think about it.
You know what people will say. Piedmont was bad. That's why it was punished.
Yeah.
The folks at Piedmont was good.
The man we found all dressed up in his doughboy's uniform, called that normal?
It was the disease.
How do you know?
Because the only thing wrong with him before that night was sugar.
Sugar.
Diabetes? Did he take insulin?
Hated the needle.
Thanks, Mr. Jackson.
How you doing? You... Hello? You're gonna miss your midnight meeting. This woman needs some sleep. And no red lights of any kind. Well, that's the final one. Good thing you didn't miss anything.
Oh my God.
Just run it again. Run it again.
The important thing is that something can slow it down. I think it's some kind of blood disorder. I'll bet Levitt finds the organism shows no growth on some of the blood cultures.
She did.
What's wrong with the baby's blood?
Nothing.
Then you're back where you started.
No, somehow they're all interrelated. Did you get any no-growth readouts on the
No,
culture?
but I'm not finished yet.
Starting now, I want the team to get 6 hours sleep out of every 24.
How about 8?
Suits me.
I need 8.
9 over 4 over 8 under 167.29.
Andromeda.
Why Andromeda?
Andromeda's our
Stone.
Why did he rip it?
Directive 712 has not been acted upon. Alternative Directive 711 now in effect. They didn't drop the bomb. Idiots.
It's bureaucracy. You know?
You didn't special alert an MCN message to us.
There haven't been any, sir. The bell didn't ring.
Don't argue, damn it all. I got one in my hand.
Yeah.
About time we heard from you.
Oh, hello.
There's been a communications foul-up here. Never mind that now. Why the hell hasn't that bomb been dropped on Piedmont?
It was just postponed 48 hours.
By then, the disease could spread into a worldwide epidemic.
Yeah.
It's because of rash statements like that the president doesn't trust science.
It's your job to get the president to activate his 712 immediately. If he doesn't, there's no guarantee anyone west of Piedmont will be alive in the morning.
Simmer down. But General Sparks says the crash was just a fluke.
Frickin' Sparks. Just a fluke. Everything dissolved in that cockpit? Come on. Bones we found. Just a fluke.
I'm setting it at 800 angstroms, Hall. And I'm going to a higher magnification.
I don't know what we're doing here.
This is a Velovac alert, all levels. This is a Velovac alert. Electromagnetic waves are not registering on the DIR.
Oh no. They're so... I love them. I love them. I should collect them and play them randomly through reactions. Stupid little announcements.
Okay, Charlie, let's put it on the screen.
79,000. What is this? This looks artificial.
Stone?
What do you think?
Looks like a crystal. I've often thought that living matter might be based on crystals of some kind.
Oh, look at it.
It's dividing.
Oh, cool.
In a vacuum? Bombarded by electrons? It shouldn't even be alive.
The growth program shows Andromeda can live on anything.
You didn't get any no-growth results on the cultures?
None. Look.
But she did.
Andromeda grows best in carbon dioxide and hydrogen.
No waste of any kind.
Andromeda's perfect for existence in outer space. Consumes everything. Wastes nothing.
That makes it super dangerous.
What? Stone to Delta 5. Put me through to Robertson immediately. What? An atomic blast could provide it with enough energy to grow into a gigantic super colony.
Oh, crap.
One day.
You can relax now. We've just left the president. He agreed to drop the
No,
bomb.
Cancel.
we gotta stop 712.
Cancel.
We just found out Andromeda works like a little reactor. Converts matter to energy, energy to matter, directly.
Oh, and also, we need to turn off our doomsday device in this base. We shouldn't have put the silver key in to start with. Under no circumstances should we arm the device. That guy, Hull, should be... He should just put the red key in right now, right? To the off position. Break the device somehow. Under no circumstances can we set off any... Or it'll grow into a... It'll just consume the entire Earth. Right? Now there's one thing I want to check. Before we continue. I want to see that... See the slide that had no growth. Because she says there wasn't one, but there was one. It was flashing up and everything. No growth, no growth. Except she's red blind. Because she hates the red lights. They hypnotize her. Alkaline. No growth.
The bomb would only provide a fantastically rich growth medium.
You'd better get the atomic self-destruct in here disarmed as soon as
Disarm it.
Right. I'll start on the clearances now. It'll be done by morning.
By morning? Frickin' hell.
No. That won't work until the damn thing's going.
Stay by it. Stand next to it. We don't need you anymore. It's pretty cool though.
How does anything so simple utilize energy for growth?
Yeah.
No way of telling from that structure.
With this new data, we can now get a computerized version of how Andromeda functions.
Ooh, we get to see a cool little simulation.
They're not uniform. Could be mutations.
Oh. Now I feel like I'm being hypnotized.
What the...
601?
601?
What does that mean?
Too much data coming in too fast.
Dividing and mutating at the same time?
And nothing to stop it.
What do we do with it then? Launch it back into space, if we can get it all.
Andromeda's altered. Its effect might be radically different. Try to get us a photo of the mutated form.
Don't fall asleep.
This may be the key to beating Andromeda.
By starving him to death?
No, but don't feed him until I tell you.
We got a code yellow.
Contamination.
Where? How?
A seal has broken in autopsy. Emergency procedures are in effect.
You should get your key, dude, on standby. The automated system is gonna... Oh, there she goes again.
Dr. Hall?
She's hypnotized by the red light.
She's got the germ.
Someone bring 100 milligrams of phenobarb in a syringe, fast.
She's just having an epileptic fit or something.
She isn't contagious.
Yeah, it's just
Come on.
Wasn't she with Dr. Dutton?
No, it's epilepsy.
It's epilepsy.
Good girl. Thanks.
Yeah, you handle her. She's infected. I'm running.
You'll be okay, Charlie. We're pumping pure oxygen through your lab now. We know Andromeda doesn't do well on oxygen.
He's alive.
Where have you been?
Levitt had a seizure. The red light flashing at 3 per second brought on a fit. Why the hell didn't she tell us about it?
Well, no top lab would have her if they knew. Insurance, prejudice, all that crap.
Or insurance, prejudice, all that crap. How about if there's any red lights, she mightn't be able to do her job. And in a situation that we've already had in the episode, could end all human life. We have all these procedures to get to level 5. I think something like that is important. But I understand why she wouldn't have divulged it before now. To keep the job she was originally at when they tried to drag her away from it. Still, we know that there's a solution. We know there's something that it will not grow in. And we'll eventually discover it. Hopefully, before the base automatically explodes.
Amazing he's still alive.
It's been 3 minutes. We're, working on some ideas, Charlie.
What happened?
The seal must have broken in there. At least the rest of Wildfire is secure.
Look at the way he's breathing.
He's scared to death.
In Piedmont, Jackson was cracked on sternoacidosis. Acidosis is rapid breathing.
Okay.
I think rapid breathing helps.
Breathe faster, dude.
Don't let the bug in your lungs long enough to penetrate blood vessels.
Experiment with your own life, damn it.
We won't do it, Charlie. Take it easy.
May I please feed the baby now, Dr. Hall? He's been crying steadily.
Keep him crying and run another blood value on him. Get his pH measurements. The kid should have too little acid. A blood condition just the opposite from the old man. Too much alkaline.
Alkaline.
Hell of a way to run a hospital.
Hey, dude. Do you want that smoke still?
I need 30 seconds to run a growth program.
Could die in 30 seconds. Besides, Levitt checked all the growth programs.
She might have missed something. Epileptics flank out.
Ah.
You do it.
He can't type well. I knew we brought some guy because he could type well, remember?
That means Andromeda can only exist within a narrow range of pH.
A very narrow range. On either side of the tolerance range, no growth. Nothing, right?
Perfect.
It's exterminated.
Dutton, our troubles are over.
Look at your console.
If your blood's abnormal, Andromeda can't survive in the body. Go into respiratory alkalosis. It's what happens to the baby when he cries too much, or the old man on sterno. How do you feel?
A little dizzy, but okay.
Oh.
Degenerative change.
Where does that gasket lead?
Central core connects all the labs.
That's bad.
Gaskets are decomposing. It's Andromeda.
We're gonna have to use your key, dude.
Next sector, there's no substation in this sector.
There's no substation in this sector. Dude. This is his one thing. I knew he should have stayed next to one.
Level 5 is sealed. Emergency procedures are in effect.
Well, we're screwed.
When the bomb goes off, there'll be 1,000 mutations.
There are now 5 minutes to self-destruct.
Oh, thanks a lot, voice. Pre-recorded voice.
What about the central core? The core's equipped with safeguards.
Like what?
Gas, lasers to prevent escape of lab animals.
How do I get into the core?
Through that service board.
He's going into the core.
I'll ride shotgun for you in main control. I can't monitor the lasers here.
Okay. He's gonna have to avoid all these lasers. I don't know.
There are now 4 minutes to self-destruct.
What does he see in here? Does he have to climb all the way up there?
That's the ladder across from you. Go, man, before the gas starts.
Oh, frickin' lasers. Go, 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 go.
There are now 3 minutes and 30
This man doesn't know how to climb a ladder. Go, go, go.
Sensors have picked you up. Get moving.
Can't believe they made an animation for that. Duck! That was going nowhere near his head. You could have ducked right into it.
No, it's no good. The label's contaminated. You'll have
Level
to go
3.
Sway. Weave.
Oh, got him. Keep going. Keep going, dude.
2 minutes and 15 seconds to self-destruct.
Fight the effect is mostly shock.
Mostly shock. Have they stopped firing at him? Nope.
You've lost some time, but you can still do it.
1 minute and 30 seconds to self-destruct.
Open. Yeah.
55 seconds to self-destruct.
Hey.
Where is it?
There are now 45
Come on, where is it?
self-destruct.
He's trying to save us.
There are now
Why are you running? There it is, dude.
to self-destruct.
Right there.
There are now 35 seconds to self-destruct.
He's getting there.
There are now 25 seconds to self-destruct.
Does he have to turn it?
19, 18, 17, 12, 11, 10, 9. Self-destruct has been cancelled.
I was never worried. You did well, dude.
Congratulations.
I take it the bomb didn't... No.
I think you would have noticed the bomb going on.
What's happening?
The super colony is now off the coast, moving southwest across the Pacific.
Super colony.
We're applying an adaptation of your antidote to it, Mark. We're seeding the clouds above Andromeda with silver iodide. And the alkaline reaction from seawater should kill it.
Just as acids are alkaline, the blood stopped it.
Okay.
There's no guarantee that another so-called biological crisis won't occur again.
What do we do about that?
We almost killed ourselves.
Precisely, Senator. What do we do?
Uh-oh. It's adapted. There we go. There we go. Eric Christmas. What a great name. As the senator from Vermont. There were way more people in this movie than that cast list. That was the Andromeda Strain. What an interesting movie. I'll call it it's kind of an extended science investigation movie. A lab analysis movie. They threw a lot of different things into it. It was broken up in a way as to not make it too boring. The whole movie, for instance, isn't in the lab, although a great chunk of it is. There's a lot of build-up. There's a lot of cool stuff in the build-up when we go to that town that's been infected. And I particularly liked some of the cinematography earlier in the movie, when they're moving from house to house and looking at the windows, and you see these freeze frame of people dead. It's incredibly effective, and something I haven't quite seen in anything else in that way, in that particular way. And there were, as I mentioned during the movie, it was like two cameras were focusing on two different, the foreground and the background, and then they were kind of spliced together to give us this odd double focus effect that permeated the movie in various ways. In some scenes, I don't know why that choice was made, but it gave it a kind of an unsettling feel. Like there was one moment where two guys showed up at the party, and then we're kind of focusing on the guy by the car with the gun, as well as their upfront faces. So it was kind of effective. The red light thing. I'm so glad I made such a big deal about the red light thing, because it was so vital to the movie in the end, you know? Her character is interesting because she's set up as this oddball character, but she adds very little positivity to the movie. She doesn't have, she does have some insight at the end, but I feel like overall her presence was a complete negative to the mission aspect of the movie. Her epilepsy prevented her from seeing that the alkaline solution was causing no growth in the organism. And luckily they put two and two together. The guy reran the test because he's like, because he knew that epileptics sometimes kind of zone out. I don't know if that's true, but it certainly makes sense from the movie's perspective. I like the odd man hypothesis, but it didn't really factor into things in the end. It was it's an interesting hypothesis. I love seeing the numbers, but there was no choice to be made. When it came to it, we knew, everybody knew, that we have to turn that key. There was no, should I or shouldn't I? Do I have something to lose by this or don't I? Anybody who was given that key would have turned it. Except for that woman in the corridor at the end, who was hearing this countdown to oblivion, right? She's on level 2 or whatever, and she's like, oh, well, I'm going to die in about 30 seconds. Oh, there's the guy with the key. I'm going to run away from him. Why? Because he's a bit dazed? He's got a laser cheek? Help him. Show him where the thing is. She should be panicked. She'd be running over, grabbing his key, dragging him to the thing. It's possible she doesn't know about the key, or the thing, or anything. She's just freaked out and stunned by the countdown, and she thinks he's a zombie come to get her. But I know it's there just to add drama to the end of the movie. In fact, that's the funny thing about this movie. At the end, we turned it into we had a bit of an action sequence ending. After that sequence was done, the movie was done in two minutes. It was kind of there was kind of this quick narration exposition dump about what happened. Oh yeah, the organisms, it got out and it's out there everywhere. There's a whole colony of it, and we use these clouds to force it into the sea, and well, hopefully that'll take care of it. How long was that guy out for? After he collapsed? A few weeks? Everything outside the lab, once we got to the lab, I don't know, those characters were sort of comical. The bureaucratic chain of command people appearing on the TV screens, the ones that had the president's ear. There was a certain mixture of comedy and seriousness that I don't know if it was poking fun of bureaucracy at the time or something, but it was kind of odd. And the whole focus on the bell, the paper and the bell, the cutaway talk from the future, that was an interesting choice too, because that gives away that everybody is okay in the future, because they were talking about it from the future as we were watching it in real time. But it explains why we didn't know certain information. We didn't know that the 712 didn't happen. We didn't know about the downed aircraft. God damn it, Sparks. Well, he just thinks it's just some sort of wild, crazy accident. Yeah, well, you better hope that crystal doesn't multiply in the ocean and destroy the whole planet, dude. Sparks. I guess he couldn't have single-handedly done anything, right? At any given point. It's all on the president and the people advising the president. Maybe he was involved in that. We divided the movie into several pairs of people working on several different things. I found the analysis of... Let's backtrack, shall we? I liked the decontamination sequence between the levels. I thought that was really fun. I thought all the little things they had to go through and the little displays. I love the computer displays in this movie. Very fun to look at. I'm so glad they spent some time doing that. And I assume that's nothing to do with the remaster, because they all looked of the time. But I loved going down level by level. I liked the explanation of it and all of that. Although let's go back up to level 1. The explanation of the detonation atomic weapon device, that was just hilarious. I was like, what? Who thinks this is going to go off at some point? Who thinks we're going to need this key? You know? Once the silver key goes in, it can't be taken out. Dude, what you put it in for? It's a dead man switch. You see, if we're all dead, it'll just go off automatically if there's a problem. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. What about, do we launch the nukes as well? At all the other countries? Just to be sure. But yeah, the decontamination stuff was cool. And then, the actual experiments to figure out what the organism is, if there's an organism, how big is it, what does it look like, what can it do, how can we stop it growing. We didn't know what was growing at that time. But all the steps we took all kind of made a certain amount of sense, and I like that. I like zooming in on it. I like seeing it pulsing and growing. That was cool. I like an early experiment where they saw that it was airborne, but then they used various sizes of tube or air going through a tube to see how small it was, what it couldn't go through to kill the lab rats. So we at least got an idea of how big, if we could see it or not. I like that a lot. The guy and the baby trying to figure out what both of those two had in common. That's a cool idea to try and find something that links them. But that guy was just, I don't know about the guy and what he had to do in the movie. He was kind of a comic relief character, but he was also a little on the side of annoying, very uncooperative, you know, just a salt of the earth guy who wanted to see the woman, see her legs, you know. And the baby, although the crying was integral to, you know, figuring out how to stop the thing, it was sort of, I dislike crying babies in anything I watch, especially if it's long and extended. And it was like every single scene we went there, it was just a crying in the background while you're trying to focus on the dialogue. So I would have reworked it somehow. Still have the child, still have the guy, but have the link be something else. That doesn't require the guy to be annoying and doesn't require the baby to be crying all the time. That's how I would slightly alter that. It seems like Stone did know more than he was letting on, but I didn't really care about it at that part of the movie where they were like, hey, look at these bio-war maps. You know all about this. We sent that thing into space to find the perfect biological weapon. Or something. What are we gonna do? That's all Project Scoops was about, you know? So yeah, there was a lot going on in the background of this movie, overarching. The senator, the hearings, all that stuff. The political stuff. That I'm neutral on, you know? I'm right in that neutral pH range that the crystal loves. I'm right at a 7. But yeah, I liked this movie. I feel like I wanted to see more of the facility. I wanted to see more cool stuff. I don't know what I mean by that. You know, because we have all these levels. I kind of wish we spent more time on each level as we're going down. maybe get to know some of the people working there and what they do, and how, I don't know, to build it into. I'm thinking it could be a TV show, where you have this facility with all the different levels and all the different. Oh no! This episode we're going to level 5. We got a big one this time. There were a lot of slow shots as well, a bit like Fantastic Voyage. Some of that movie was padded with long shots of devices moving into place. We had a few of those in this movie, not too many, but I think overall the movie is 2 hours and 10 minutes. We could squash it down into an hour and 40, and then we could expand it again to 2 hours and add a bit more character development, a bit more things going on, rather than just have the slow. Although, the slowness works with the scientific experimental part of the movie. So, you know what? I don't know. I think it's just fine the way it is. I think it works the way it is. It had a lot of different things that you can go, yeah, that part was cool, that part was cool. That part a little boring. This character a little underwhelming. This character has just way too much character, and they're the weak link in the entire movie. No redeeming features whatsoever, except she's got a moral compass. So, yeah, I think that's all I gotta say on a first impression, first watch. I probably said more as we were watching it than I did at the end, which is usually the case, and it's probably better to do it that way because it's fresh in your mind. You see a scene, you want to talk about it. At the end, just get your overall feeling about it. I can see this movie not being for everybody, for sure. I can see some people going, what is 3.42? Why am I looking at a screen with those numbers on it? I don't know what's going on. Whereas I I like to get into it, What do the numbers mean? What are we looking at now? Well, we're looking at how the composition of the organism. We got the carbon, we got the hydrogen, we got the oxygen, we got the, I was kind of following along with what they were doing, which makes it more enjoyable. If you're just sitting there going, I have no idea what's happening, not so enjoyable. I would say no standout characters. Nobody I was really rooting for. I don't know if that's a downside, but there was nobody in the movie where I was like, oh, I hope this person survives. There was nobody I connected with. They were all just equally working the problem. I wonder how that party's going. Back at the Stone place. I love that his name was Hallmark, that guy. And nobody had any fungal infections on their feet, which is a relief, because we got nobody to replace them, if they did. And anyway, they weren't in contact with the organism at any point. We were in suits. So maybe we could have risked it. Maybe we could have. Worst case scenario? I think the moral of the story is don't send stuff into space looking for weapons. We can make enough weapons by ourselves. We don't need to add any world-ending world-ending biological weird shit that we don't understand to the equation. Yeah. Right. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time for another movie, another TV show, and have a great day.